So about 3 days ago, I get this phone call. Hey, do you want to be part of the Ultimate Gearvik Cup Stage 1? A friend of mine who's promoting the competition, just wants a bit of backup and support. And of course, since I created the Ultimate Gearvik Cup back in 2014 as a sport liga, I went along to support my friends. So if you don't know it, it's a sport liga that's done over 3 stages, and you can go online and check it out, ultimategearvikcup.com on WordPress. I mean, I'll put the link in the description below. And basically get the whole year to improve your results. And over the course of 1 season, you can also resubmit, re-participate in the liga and improve your score that way. So it was a really good way for me to get my first competition in since I started. Since I made the decision around New Year's Eve to compete again this year in kettlebell sport. So a good way to test myself and see if I could manage the 30 minutes at a decent pace. Hey, so it's going to be my first kettlebell competition in about 5 years. I'm here in Banken Fitness, and the Ultimate Gearvik Cup is in action already. So yes, on New Year's Day I did a 10-minute set with a one-hand switch, kettlebell snatch, 16 kilos. I got a little bit over 200 reps. And 7 weeks later, here I am, doing a 30-minute set, kettlebell snatch, 16 kilo again, because that's the weight that I thought I could manage. And I got 618 reps. Goes to show that the way I've been training, doing a couple of sessions a week with Pavel's protocols and using the Indian clubs, and 1 to 2 sport-specific kettlebell marathon sport-specific sessions, it's been enough to, well, more than maintain my fitness level, but really improve them. Yeah, we're talking about 20 reps per minute, which is a decent pace, even though it is a relatively light weight, what I call my warm-up weight. 16 kilos is the kettlebell that I started with back in 2007. Back in those days, you had 16 kilos, 24 or 32 kilos, right? But yeah, if you've been following the Thierry sports story, definitely the last 4 years or so, my kettlebell training has been non-existent. I started again last year, with Pavel's The Quick and the Dead, and it's been, very sporadic. Mainly, I've been training with the clubs, so the Palavendel, the Palavendel XL here, and lately with those beautiful thick-handed mudguards or calacatais that Ron's been making for me. Now, one of the things that was great about the transfer from the Indian clubs to kettlebell sport was the grip strength. I've done a set without any training, 5 minutes per hand with, so 100 snatches with the 16 kilos. Now, if you've done a bit of kettlebell sport or swing kettlebells, you know that the kettlebell, the grip, is one of the first things to give up. So that was under control, no problem whatsoever there. And the cardio fitness, I managed to breathe through my nose the whole 30 minutes. So that's a way for me to keep my heart rate in check. I know that if I can do the 10 minutes, the first 10 minutes while breathing through my nose, then I'll be able to maintain that tempo for the 30 minutes. And my goal is, of course, to prolong that to the 60 minutes, so a full marathon. Now, the goal at this stage is still to compete at the end of the year at the World Championships in IKMF Kettlebell Marathon in Ireland, and I'll be doing probably, most likely, kettlebell half snatch 20 kilos. So right now I've only had a couple of sessions with the 20 kilo. Bulk of the training has been with the 16, a little bit of the 20, also quite a bit with the 12 kilo when I first started. So it goes to show that, it's okay to start light again, build up your technique, your confidence, the hand toughness, the skin. Otherwise you'll get a lot of blisters under training. So it's okay to get blisters during the competition, I got one there. That happens because it's something that takes quite a while to develop, that thickening of the skin. So take it nice and slow. So the other great thing about training with the clubs that we're talking about, light clubs with the Palavendal Original or bigger clubs like the Excel, is that we're doing full body movements. So I'm pretty pleased with the way it's been developing. I'm going to try to keep the same schedule. The tough part is the motivation. You know, those long sets, they're really draining, so that's why under my training I mainly work in an interval protocol. So it's either 1 minute per hand, or it's like up to 4 minutes intervals, and then I break it down doing all the things. The swings with the Indian clubs, body weight, mostly. That's the way the training is structured. So it's loosely adapted from paddle stuff, the quick and the dead, where you do a few hard reps and then you've got like an active recovery that's built in there. So if you're interested in Kettlebell Marathon, check out the ebook at herricksport.com, How to Get Started. It'll give you solid guidelines to get into the sport. And if you want to know more, well, take contact to the organizations out there, and if you know some lifters, just don't hesitate to ask them for advice. Mobility, that's one of the great things about working with the Indian clubs, because coming to that overhead position, if you can't find any resting, relaxation in that top position here, it's going to be really hard to do 30 minutes or 60-minute set. So you don't want to compensate the movement by bending your spine or relaxing your knees, because then the muscles take over. What you want to do when you're doing long sets of kettlebell lifts is to actually rely on the structure, the skeleton, to bear the weight. So you want to relax your muscles as much as possible while you're in that fixation and that overhead lockout. And this is one of the great things about training with Indian clubs. Better mobility means you allow your body to align itself way better, so you can rest and you can also breathe better. So work on all those aspects. If you haven't got Indian clubs, €20 you can get a set of Palavendal to get started, and you'll be able to change the size of the bottle as you get stronger, as you get better with the complexity of the swings. Put sand, and then suddenly you've got a set of Indian clubs that goes up to 3 kilos, right? That's it for now. Let's see how this little kettlebell journey turns out to be.